Hello everyone, my name is Sasha Bonasin and I'm a psychic medium, and this is my monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Cancerians, for November 2017. So it's for you, my lovely Cancerians, for November 2017. I like this month when it comes to you, because this month you are going to be thinking about yourself a lot. You're going to be thinking about yourself, you're going to be thinking about your family, you're going to be thinking about how you can make your life quality much better, especially when it comes to your own health, and especially when it comes to your own living arrangements. You're going to be focusing a lot on your home. You're going to be focusing on a lot on what the next step is going to be when it comes to your home, and you're really going to enjoy it. I mean, lots of you, maybe if you didn't go to the gym and things like that, this is the most certainly going to be the actual month when you will really start thinking about maybe you should go to the gym, maybe you should go out there and start running, maybe you should go and do a little bit of weightlifting, whatever you wanted to do, and whatever it was, whatever was on your mind when it comes to your health, and when it comes to certain things that you can do that can actually help you to be even more healthy. If you would just keep leaving this behind and things like that. Now this is going to be the month when you're going to be focusing on it quite a lot, and I think that's absolutely great, because it's not only about you focusing on this, it's about the actual right time, about the perfect time. Cancerians, it has been a really busy year. There was a lot that was happening this year, and especially when it comes to your finances, especially when it comes to your career, and especially when it comes to your work, whether you are self-employed, whether you have your own business, whether you work for somebody else, or even if you're looking for a job or looking for work. 2017, it was a very busy and very interesting year indeed, and that's why I'm saying that you're really going to enjoy yourself, making certain home changes and focusing on your home, and also focusing on your own personal health, and making sure that you have the really good work-life balance type of thing. It is just so important. And even if you haven't been thinking about it, even if you didn't want to go to the gym and things like that, all these things are going to be going through your mind throughout November 2017. When it comes to your health, I can see that there is going to be, the energy wise, you're going to have lots of energy. It is going to be great month when it comes to your energy levels improving quite a lot. But on another hand, when it comes to the back pain and the lower back pain especially, this is going to be a slightly sensitive area this month. So just make sure you do certain exercise, make sure you sit in the correct way, make sure you do try to go to the gym, and things like that. Anything that can help you with your back, make sure you sleep correctly, make sure you have the right pillow and things like that. However, the energy levels are going to be absolutely brilliant. When it comes to the number and numerology, your number this month is going to be number 11. Number 11 is a lot about you wanting to take care of yourself, you feeling happy to do something like that, and you just kind of turning towards the whole new direction in life, and especially when it comes to you taking care of yourself, and you finally rewarding yourself. Cancerians, you're really hard workers. You're really busy. You're busy people. You have so much to do, and sometimes you just kind of forget how to take care of yourself. So number 11 is all about not just you, making sure that you do certain exercise, making sure that you live, healthily and things like that. But it's just about you really realizing this, and you deserving this. Now this is going to be a really huge realization, and it is going to be of high importance for you throughout November 2017, and it does explain a lot about you feeling lots of energy and you feeling quite re-energized throughout the actual months. On the 2nd of November, it's when everything is going to start. On the 2nd of November, you're just going to be overwhelmed with a feeling of happiness, and overwhelmed with a feeling of you wanting to kind of do certain changes when it comes to your home, when it comes to home changes and things like that, and any big changes that you wanted to make, any big changes that you wanted to do, any big changes or any changes that you wanted to start. This is all going to be really enhanced on the 2nd of November, because this day is going to be particularly important when it comes to you making a quite big decision. It is not only about you making a home changes, but this day it's also going to make you to make a really big decision when it comes to your living arrangements, when it comes to your home and things like that. And you are going to feel very super energized and on that particular day, and you are going to feel more ready than any other time, and you will see exactly what I mean. The second important day is going to be on the 12th of November. The 12th of November is going to be an important day because your financial situation is going to, there are a couple of things that are going to happen on that day. Financial situation is going to be much better. You're going to be quite happy with your financial situation, and you're actually going to somehow end up with more than you thought. So there is going to be a little surprise for you there somewhere. And the second part of the 12th of November, it's also important because there is going to be like a realization that you are going to have, and this realization could mean a few things. For example, if you're looking for a job and you're not employed, for example, you're going to realize that there are more people that that applied for that particular job, for example. And if you do have a job and you are working, let's say, for the company, then the second part of the 12th of November is going to be significant, because you will realize that you're going to need to kind of not fight to get where you want to get, but yeah, literally kind of that you're going to have to do a little bit more, that you're going to have to work a little bit more in order to get where you want to get. And it's the same, so it's some kind of competition that's going to be going on, but it is going to come from you actually realizing this. And then if you are working for somebody else, if you have your own business, then you're also going to realize that there is a little bit more work that you're going to need to do, because there are more people that are doing similar things to you, and you're just going to need to up your game a little bit, you see. And if you are like retired and you're not working, you see, this is going to be the day when you're also going to realize that what you wanted to do for a really long time, it will happen. The bottom line is it will happen, but it will take just slightly longer amount of time. The third important day, of course, is on the 30th of November. The 30th of November is going to be a brilliant day, because you are going to actually realize a certain strength about yourself, which is going to automatically become first you're going to be able to kind of relax from an ongoing problem you had for a really long time, and that was connected to your financial situation. And then you are going to kind of realize your own strength and your own power, which is going to kind of give you automatically a very interesting idea. That particular interesting idea that you're going to have on the 30th of November is going to make you very creative, and it's literally going to wake you up a little bit from some kind of a dream. It's just basically connected to something that you wanted to do for a really long time, but your financial situation wasn't allowing you. Now your financial situation is about to change, and it's going to be much better. And this is the pure product of your financial situation, of your financial success on the 30th of November 2017. There are other people that are going to be really connected to this. And when I say other people are going to be connected to this, the people in your family, people who care about you, people who loves you, people who you love as well, people who you mean to a lot to, they're actually going to be happy about you. Like your immediate family is going to be really happy for your own success, for your own achievements. So it is going to be absolutely really great day. Okay. And the first part of November 2017, the first part of November 2017, it's actually going to be very interesting, because this is going to be the time when you will want to socialize with people quite a lot. And there are going to be people from the past. There is going to be especially one person in particular from your past that is going to come through, that is going to kind of surprise you. It may not be somebody's just literally knocking on your door. It may not be somebody who just like kind of you see outside, but it could happen in that way. It could happen you go out, go to buy something, and you see someone you haven't seen in a really long time, or you see them somewhere on Facebook or somewhere on Twitter or something like that. However, the person you haven't seen in a long time is going to come through, and automatically it's going to make you feel like quite nostalgic about your past time, nostalgic about the particular happiness you used to have as a child, and it's just going to automatically connect you directly to your childhood. So the first part of November is just a little bit going to be nostalgic, and especially when it comes to your people from the past. You will also want to, and you will also become quite determined to connect with certain people from the past you haven't seen in a really long time as well, with a certain people who you haven't heard from for quite a while. So this is the certain determination that you're going to have here, and it is just going to kind of awake something very interesting in you, and it's just going to make you to, you know, to do it more, and to see more people who you haven't perhaps seen in a really long time. And this could also be like a certain family members as well. If you had a problem with a certain family member, or if you were like arguing with a certain family member, it is just kind of, you will come to the realization that you want to stop this and that you want to have a new beginning. So it is going to be that kind of determination where you will want to kind of where you will want to sort things out, literally. And when it comes to couples, I mean, the first part of November is just also just so significant when it comes to those of you that are in relationship, because those of you in a relationship, this is a really important time, because you're really going to feel very synchronized with your partners, husbands, wives, and it's just so important, especially if you've lost the touch. Lots of Cancerians have kind of lost touch with their partners lately, you know. Maybe you were working too much, maybe your partner was working too much. You know, when you love your partner so much, but sometimes things don't work as much as you would want them to work, but it all depends on our own personal spiritual journey, on their personal spiritual journey. And especially, you know, if you really love your partner and you want to work on your relationship, now this is going to be such an important time, because you will want to work on your relationship. And above all, it's a great time, because the bottom line here is that if you had a problem with your partner, it is going to be sorted, because the month of November you're going to feel ridiculously synchronized with your partner, which means that you will, you know, get on, and especially if you had any problems or anything like that, now this is going to be really, really important time to sort this out. However, the bottom line again here is the fact that your relationship is going to go on a great level into the right direction. But there is also good news that your partner it's actually going to have, and that good news is going to be directly connected to their work, to their success, or to their finances. However, it is going to be connected to their finances. So if your partner is retired, there is going to be really good news that your partner is going to have about their finances, and it is going to be connected to the future planning as well. And the second part of November is going to be important, because there is the balance that it's going to be back, and the balance that I'm talking about is all for those of you that were worrying about your financial situation, for those of you that were like a little bit worried what's going to happen next, for those of you that were saving because, you know, there was a certain money maybe that you were waiting for to come through and it didn't. This is the type of balance that I'm getting. The type of balance is the fact that your financial situation is just going to be much better here, and you're kind of going to be able to relax after this moment, after this point. You will not have to think about finances, about money, about financial situation as much, because now this is going to be the moment when you will really be you're going to be taking care of yourself. You're going to be taking care of your own fitness. You're going to be taking care of you being healthy. You're going to be focusing on the food quite a lot, the right food, you know, without any chemicals, you know, lots of fruit and lots of vegetables. And I'm I'm talking about that kind of balance. It's not only about the financial situation, but it's the actual balance about you taking care of yourself, you taking care of your body, but you feeling it, you going with the flow, being synchronized with that too. And this is the balance that I'm talking about. There's no point for us to be millionaires, multimillionaires, multi-billionaires, but if you haven't got that right balance, if you don't know how to live your life, if you don't live your life, you're not going to be happy. And to you, this is so important, because you are going to have the balance back. You are going to start balancing things out. So it is very, very positive mid-November, I have to say. You're going to feel very good with your achievement. You're going to feel very proud of yourself. People are going to feel very proud of yourself in general, but this is very much connected to what you have done so far, to your professional journey, job and things like that. And also, especially if you're looking for a job, if you're looking for work, this is also, there is something very important to come through. Very interesting job is going to come through, and it is just going to confuse you a little bit. You're not going to be too much certain, you know, you're not going to be too certain whether you're going to do it or not, because there are going to be lots of elements attached to it that you wouldn't normally like, or you wouldn't normally go for, because the bottom line here is the fact that this job is also going to be much different to what you would normally go for. So there is going to be some kind of contemplation that you are going to have. I can see you sitting down, and this is so important for those of you that are looking for a job. You see, you're going to like kind of have some kind of contemplation, but then again, you're also contemplation, I was going to say, sorry, but also straight away after that, you know, there is going to be a really quick change. There's also going to be a swift change and a big realization that this is something that you will want to do. So there's a certain element of an unknown energy and a certain element of danger that is going to be attached to this particular work, to this particular job, because it's going to make you feel like a little bit uncertain, which is just going to change really soon after, because there is going to be a swift change and you are going to go for it. So this is also going to bring lots of new fresh energy into your eyes, and it's also kind of going to redirect you a little bit. It is very important now that these things are happening, because it's November and then we have December and then it's the new year. It's almost as if you are like kind of really quickly like kind of sorting things out, preparing yourself and preparing things around you, preparing your life for the new year of 2018. It really reminds me of that particular situation, and especially now when I see that lots of you who don't work will actually call for the certain career or for a certain job that you don't feel that familiar to. It's a very interesting, but it's also absolutely the perfect it's absolutely the perfect time to actually do this. The complete success and the happiness when it comes to your work and when it comes to your achievement is going to be the end of November. The end of November, you are just kind of going to be thinking a lot about your life in general, not like about everything, but you will be focusing a lot on what your next step is going to be. And this is what I'm saying, you can feel, you can sense the new year coming, you can sense the new energy, and that's why you're going to be all around the place. You will be happy with your own achievement. This is all about you being happy with what you have done so far, whether you work for yourself or whether you're self-employed, even whether you are looking for work and then finally you decide to go for that particular job. The end of November is going to bring all of you to feel very content, to feel really good, and you will be thinking, whatever your situation is, you will be thinking about the bigger picture, not about everything, but about the bigger picture when it comes to your life, your future. And you're going to surprise yourself. This is the end of November is going to surprise you, because you will surprise yourself the way you will think. You will surprise yourself yourself like how far you will think about your future. You will surprise yourself, things that you're thinking about that you wouldn't normally think about, and then you will say to yourself, God, oh my God, what do you think about this? What do I think like so far? You know, it doesn't matter. But this is all because you are sensing this energy, you're sensing these changes, and to actually think like this, to stretch our mind, to stretch our possibilities, is absolutely brilliant, because what is going to happen, you are going to end up with something very, very important, something very significant that is going to play a really big role in your professional life later on. But it's all going to kind of start being born now at the end of November 2017. And I can see you standing, I can see you thinking, wow, I've done really, really well. And this is all the actual pure product on your life, what you have done so far and how far you have actually gone. And where you're going to go next, it is going to be different, slightly different, and it is all because of the end of November 2017. So this is actually a really good time. Okay, and what else I was going to say, the end of November 2017, it's also going to bring you like some kind of inheritance or some kind of extra money. For those of you that are waiting for inheritance, the end of November, it's going to be very important, because there is something going to come through. And if you're not waiting for inheritance, just expect the extra amount of money which is going to come through, and which is going to automatically put a big smile on your face, and you will be able to relax after this moment, after this point. However, just expect a nice amount of money to come through. And also the end of November, what else is going to be, whether you're at college, university, whether you're working for yourself, whether you're working for somebody else, whether you're self-employed, whether you have your own business, there is just some situation going to arise through your work at the end of November. Also, your boss, your manager, or someone above you, something like that, is going to ask you something. You're going to have an offer, something is going to be offered to you, but that offer is just not going to automatically seem too good for you, and it's just going to feel like a step backwards, and it's just going to kind of make you also, oh, I'm not too sure, I'm not too sure. If you are unsure of any offer that your boss, manager, or anyone might have, if you are self-employed and the client offers you something and you're uncertain about it, and it just makes you sit and think like this, and to be so uncertain and so unsure, if it doesn't feel right, if it doesn't seem right, don't do it. Don't go for it. And this is going to happen right at the end of November. A certain offer directly connected to somebody else offering something to you at work, with work, and this is very much at the end of November. And if it doesn't seem right, if it doesn't seem like the right offer, the bottom line here is, and the message here is, to actually just don't go for it, don't do it. There is something else going to come through some other moment in time. But if it makes you feel like this so negative, then you shouldn't go for it. Subconscious mind is trying to let you know that there is something else coming through, which is not going to happen just now. It is going to happen later on. And what else I was going to say, that basically when it comes to those of you that are actually single, for those of you that are single, it's just a huge realization again, and I've seen this before, is this massive, huge realization that you are going to have. Someone is just not bloody worth it. Sorry to say bloody, but somebody is just not worth it. And I say somebody is not bloody worth it, it's because there is someone, there are lots of you, my gorgeous Cancerians that are single, you're just focusing on someone who you shouldn't. This particular person is not really good. You were disappointed a lot. Kind of your subconscious mind is kind of trying to let you know, no, don't. I'm letting you know now, just move on from that person and just go on someone else, because this is going to be realization that you're going to have at the end anyway. It's just that I'm able to kind of see this here now, and that's why I'm saying that you are going to, for those single Cancerians, you are going to have a realization, a big realization, to move on from that person. Move on from that person to that someone that you're constantly fancying, that you're focusing on. Maybe you have been focusing for a while, for a few months, maybe for a year, maybe for like about the last week, maybe just started a few days ago. Whatever it started, you should just kind of move on, because this is not someone who you think it is. Somebody is like kind of like claiming to be something that they are not, and somebody looks really beautiful, but there is just so much more going on inside there, or there is not enough going on inside there, you know, not complex enough. However, the bottom line is that you're going to realize that this is not the right person for you, and you will just want to move on, you know. And then I can see you moving on, and I can see you like kind of socializing. For those single Cancerians, I can see you socializing, I can see you having a great time with people, and I don't actually see you being completely affected by this realization that you are going to have, that you should move on from someone, because you never had a proper relationship anyway. It's just someone that you fancy, but it's better to realize now than like about 5 years later. Anyway, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I really hope you like it. Please don't forget to comment in the comment section, of course. Don't forget to like, share me on Facebook, share me on Twitter, wherever you like. Thank you ever so much for watching. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium.